Hey guys, it's Kennedy, and today I'm going to show you how to get this very simple, summery look. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm priming her face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and she didn't like it very much, but she kind of got used to it after a second. And the next thing that I'm doing is I'm taking the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation, and I'm just dotting that on her face. She has very smooth skin. She doesn't have a lot of discoloration, so I just put a little bit on her face just to kind of even it out. And the next thing that I'm doing is I'm taking my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Light Pale. I'm just putting that on the bridge of her nose and a little bit under her eyes. Again, she doesn't need much concealer. She has very naturally pretty skin. So I'm just kind of enhancing it a little bit. And I just blend that in with my beauty blender until everything is smooth and looks pretty even. The next thing that I'm doing is I'm just going to take a Merle Norman powder and her powder brush. This is actually her powder also, so I'm not really sure what shade it is or what kind of powder it is. I just know it's by Merle Norman. So I just put that all over her face just to set everything and make everything look really airbrushed. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bronze up her face with this e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to mix all of those bronzing powders out of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm just going to bronze up her face just to make it look really natural. I'm not contouring today just because she's about to take her senior pictures, so you want everything to look really natural. And I'm also going to take that under her chin just to kind of chisel that out a little bit, since they do make you tilt your head all weird different ways for those pictures. And I'm also going to lightly contour her nose as well. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my CoverGirl True Blend Powder in the shade number 2 Translucent Light. I'm actually dipping my beauty blender in that just so I can kind of, I guess, bake under that bronzer. It just cuts it out just a little bit. It still makes it look natural. And then I'm going to put that on the bridge of her nose to get that nose contour looking right. And then I'm just putting some blush on her with this Real Techniques brush. The blush is actually from NYX. I'm not really sure what shade it is, but I can list it down below. I'm highlighting her face with the Champagne Pop and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit little highlight in there with this Real Techniques setting brush. And I put Champagne Pop just on the tops of her cheekbones. It just makes it pop a little bit. And then I'm going to brush that excess powder off with this powder brush from e.l.f. And I'm blending everything together just to make everything look very natural. And then I am going to prime her eyes with this Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Then I'm going to take this white shade and put it all over her lid just to start as a base for the eyeshadow. I'm going to take this light brown shade, I'm putting that all in her crease, and I'm actually going to build that up a little bit just to make it to where I need it, as in like make it dark enough. So I just am building that brown shadow up, and then I'm going to go in with these two shimmery shades in the Morphe palette right there, and then I'm going to put that all over her lid. And then I ended up actually putting that on with my finger just to pack it on more, because that brush doesn't really pick up a lot. It's one of the e.l.f. brushes. So I'm just blending that in and making sure everything's blended out. And then I'm using my beauty blender. And I'm going to go in with that other matte brown shade. It's a little bit darker. I'm putting that on her outer V just to kind of deepen it up. And I'm going to go in with my Benefit Roller Lash just to make her lashes look nice and pretty. Alright guys, that is the finished look, and I hope you enjoyed this video.